Are you sure your mom said it was okay to do this?
Yeah.
Well, my mom didn't let me get my hair straight until I was 15. Do you know your real mom, Ed?
You mean my birth mom?
Yeah.
She couldn't take care of me because she was a crackhead.
Man, that's a lot to grow up with.
Well, my older sisters have it hard too. They don't know their dad anymore. He's not even a drug addict. And Elizabeth, she's an actress but can't get good parts because she needs better muscles. And my other sister has it hard too because her husband wants her to get a better job and stop making hobbies.
Well, guess what, Annie? You've got it harder.
Why? Because I'm fat?
Because you're black.
My mom's rich.
That doesn't make any difference.
Do you know the one about the kid that had the black mother and the Jewish father?
Are you sure you should be going around telling Jewish jokes?
Why not?
I don't know, because people might get mad.
I'm Jewish.
You are?
I think so.
Oh, well, go ahead.
So the kid goes up to his mom and says, am I black or am I Jewish? And the mom says, why do you want to know? And the kid says, well, there's this bike that I want, and I don't know whether to bargain them down or steal it. Don't you have a sense of humor?
I'll be back. This has to stay on for 20 minutes.
Okay, whatever you say.
Thanks.
I won't finish it all. I just couldn't decide what to order.
What are you doing here?
I was hungry.
Where's Elizabeth?
Home.
How did you get here?
Walk.
You walked here by yourself?
Yeah.
Does Elizabeth know you're here?
No.
Oh, Annie. Hi, it's me. I'm with Annie. No, she's fine. She's fine. McDonald's. Yeah. Okay, okay. All right, bye. Annie, do you have any idea how dangerous this was? Elizabeth is hysterical.
Are you going to drink that?
No.
Don't worry. I'm not going to finish it.
I don't care. Have more. I just got arrested.
Do you like my straight hair?
I do. I really do. I think it looks pretty up like that, too.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
It's funny. Do you ever wonder what kind of things you might inherit? I mean, you're mom's kid and everything, but you've got different genes. You could inherit all kinds of things that would make you so different from us. No, I mean better. Like your dad, he could be a genius or something, and your mom, who knows what your mom was.
My mom was a crack addict.
True. But I'm sure she was a lot of other things, too. Some of them must be good.
Maybe she was a good swimmer.
exactly.
On Being Mary Jane, your character, Niecy, is a hot mess, right? Do you think so? Yeah, a little bit. She ain't got her life together.
No.
All right, I can't imagine you're anything like her, so how are you guys able to relate?
You know what? At the end of the day, even though she is a mess, she's still coming of age.
Yes.
I'm 22, you know, she's still coming into womanhood, and, you know, I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to figure myself out and what it is I like, what it is that I don't like, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and she's trying to figure it out. She just got to get back on track and figure it out. That's all. She's working on it. She's working on it.
And Raven, you just said you're 22.
Yeah.
Girl, you've been working for 18 years.
Wow. Wow.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, just that alone. Applause. Amazing. How did you break into the scene?
Well, I'm originally from D.C., so, you know, that industry's not there at all. So people would tell my mom I need to audition and be in commercials, whatever. So we found one of the only managers in the DMV area, and I auditioned for her. I did the Lord's Prayer, and I sang Monica Before You Walk Out of My Life. Couldn't sing a lick. And I turned it out. Turned it out. Okay.
Wow. Talent shines through.
It does.
Talent always shines through. Now, I was a cheetah girl, so I know what it's like to be labeled like a Disney kid.
Yeah.
You know, did you get that when you played Ivy on Good Luck Charlie?
No, you know what? It's been such a smooth transition. I wasn't, you know, I was reoccurring on there, so I wasn't on there all the time, every day, in your face. So it was just enough to get that little nugget fan base that I love so much, and then, you know, they can't watch BT. So, you know, the show that I'm on, particularly. So, I mean, it all worked out. It's been smooth. It's been smooth.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Jor, and this is the second installation of Melanin Mondays. Now, when this is released, it's not even Monday right now. Okay, to be honest, I don't know what day it is, but I know I want to celebrate my Melanin Queens. Right now, I'm currently filming during the pandemic, or whatever you want to call it, for the COVID-19. So, yeah, let's get this popping. While I have the time. It's been a while, and I'm so sorry. While we at home saving lives, at home saving lives, at home saving lives, staying at home. While we While we are at home saving lives, I just want to do a series of videos, and I'm challenging myself to do a Melanin Monday, or it probably won't be called Melanin Mondays. I have to figure out what else to call it, but I'll be challenging myself to do a video to support and just shed light on, you know, our African American female women talents all across the borders and all across the world. Because of the pandemic and because we're not outside, my goal and my hopes was to produce a live show and to do a documentary. But because I cannot do that, I'm going to do what I can do, which is this. We're in my home right now, of course. You see shoes, wigs, mannequins. This is me, real raw, uncut. But today, as you guys have seen by the picture and by the videos that played before this, today I would like to celebrate Raven Goodwin. Now, Raven Goodwin, okay, I'm gonna probably say this about a lot of the ladies, but Raven Goodwin is one of my absolute favorites. She is one of my absolute favorite actresses for multiple reasons. Before I get into all of that, I'm just gonna, you know, give you a little bit of history on who she is, what she does, where she came from, all of that good stuff. I'm get all of that out of the way because the lady, this woman has an amazing catalog. And for a second at the end, it's gonna get very personal. I'm gonna tell you why I just stand for this lady. I just love her. So really quickly, I'm gonna just read off some stuff that's on here. Of course, you can go fact check, but my facts are factual. They're very much so in good standing. But Raven Goodwin, she was born June 24th, 1992. Currently, she is 27 years old. She was born in the DMV area, Washington, D.C. She is an actress, of course, a role model, and just, she's so loaded. She's so loaded. She's loaded with wisdom. Raven Goodwin is an African American. They should probably fix this. An African American actress who is known best for her roles throughout various film and television. She portrayed the main roles of Niecy in the BET drama Being Mary Jane, one of my favorites, Tangi on Nickelodeon's Just Jordan, hands down one of my absolute favorites. That's when I first seen her. When I first seen Raven Goodwin, and I didn't know her name was Raven Goodwin. I didn't learn of her real name up until about 2 years ago, because in my mind for so long she was just Tangi from Just Jordan. Becca on ABC Family series Huge, which was another just great, like, she's just so full. Ivy from Good Luck Charlie, which is what I knew her for secondarily to describe who she was, because I didn't know her name was Raven Goodwin. It was either Tangi from actually Everybody Hates Chris and Just Jordan, and then Ivy from Good Luck Charlie. She appeared on Glee and Smilf and just a lot of great shows. So I'm gonna read a bit about her career. Goodwin began acting at a young age, and her first debut film was Lovely and Amazing. Now I'm gonna stop there, or I'm gonna pause there. Lovely and Amazing happens to be one of my favorite things that she ever did. If you see the movie, first of all, for this young powerhouse, like, she was extremely young. And for her to be that young, she was very much so intentional with her role. Like, the execution of her playing, what was her name? Annie. Her name was Annie in this particular production. And the execution, the way she just put intentionality in her role, very clear, very concise, very precise. You could understand everything that she said, and you could understand everything that she meant. Sometimes with child actresses, especially at that time, like now, it's like getting way better because you have acting coaches and you have this and that. From what I know, even though she started acting early, I don't think she had coaches and all of that stuff until later on in life. So for her in Lovely and Amazing to give such a direct performance, it was great, and it's very moving and it's very touching. Two of my favorite scenes that are actually on YouTube, if you look it up, look up Lovely and Amazing, and they have like little clips and stuff. Excuse me, I don't know where to find the actual video, but if you look at Lovely and Amazing, you will see what I'm talking about. Particularly, there's a scene where she's getting her hair permed, and she's talking about how her mother was a crackhead, and so in this film she was she was adopted. Her father never really knew him, and then her mother is an active crack addict. And she's talking about her mom is on crack. She has older, like, adopted sisters, and her hairstylist is trying to communicate to her that you're different because you're black, and they were not black. But even in her explaining just the hardships or whatever was going on with the older sisters, if you would listen to just what she explained, like you can kind of see like, yeah, they're not black. This is a black struggle. And then while the hairstylist is trying to, you know, explain the difference or whatever, she mentions like her weight, and she's like, yeah, like I'm fat, that's the difference. And the stylist is like, no, you're black, like that's the difference between you and your sisters, and that's why you're always going to have a harder slate than they did. Not only are you adopted, but the circumstances by which your adoption came to be was because, you know, your mother was on crack, your father was nowhere to be found, or is like actively on crack, and your father was nowhere to be found. And then the other scene is the scene where like they're at McDonald's, and it's crazy because this little girl walked all the way to McDonald's by herself. She's there with a whole display, a whole meal, like several meals, and she just chilling. She just chilling like it ain't nothing. And her disposition is very cool, but you could tell that something's bothering her and something's on her mind. But she was able to show that without necessarily saying it verbally. And it was just really great. I encourage you to go watch the movie. Because the performance was amazing. Not only just by her, but the other actresses that are involved in the film. Like, it was really good. I was raised to, you know, be successful, but we really didn't have a formula for what that looked like outside of course, obedience, doing what was right, and just being the best at everything that you put your hand to the plow to do. But I really wasn't raised to embrace my uniqueness. I really wasn't raised to view myself as beautiful, and that's obviously because my family, and particularly my mother, who I love, she wasn't raised that way either. So she kind of couldn't give me what she did not have. But there I am sitting down, and my first experience with her was just Jordan. And not only is it amazing because like the cast is black, so you have a lot of black representation, but you have this full figure thick girl that isn't, it wasn't jealousy, she wasn't the villain in it, but she was just herself. And that's what I love about her. No matter what role it is, I feel like it is a depiction of course she's acting, but it's way more than that. Yeah, it's just so genuine and so pure, and to see her do that, it really won me over. Even before I solidified that I wanted to be an actress or entertainer, I had a reference point for who I was going to be. Tangi brought joy. She brought mystery. And she wasn't stupid. She didn't downplay herself or her abilities. She was just there. And she didn't take away from just Jordan, the main character. She didn't take away from Jordan, but she added to him with who she was, how she did it, her character, and her presence. And then I came across a few videos on YouTube that spoke about, you know, the behind the scenes or whatever. You never hear anything negative, even up until this day. You don't hear anything negative about her, because my assumption is that she adds to the cast. She adds to the environment. And that's such a blessing, and it's so dope to me. And then you have, after that, I seen her on Good Luck Charlie, where the cast is majority white, it's majority Caucasian, but you have this amazing black woman. Here's the thing. If it's gonna be some black representation, it has to be the right type of representation. So she, like on this, she was not the villain. On this, she was not stupid. On this, she was very smart. She was intelligent. She was witty. She was thoughtful. And she was an addition to the cast. It wasn't, it's like when they casted it, it wasn't let me find a black girl, but it was let me find who best embodied Ivy. I don't think anybody could have been Ivy. She did it so well. It was so beautiful. It was so great. And she did it in her own right. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard to find somebody who looks like you. It's so hard to find somebody who you see yourself in. So not only do you look like me, but I can see myself in you. And I can say, you know what? If she did it, there's a chance for me to do it too. That's what Raven Goodwin does to me, and I know she does it for other people. She played on Huge. She played on Being Mary Jane. And she had an interview where they asked her on The Real, they asked her because, you know, the character on Being Mary Jane, she is, Raven said, coming of age. So she doesn't know everything, but we think we know everything at that age. But we're still coming into wisdom. We're still coming into knowledge. We're still coming into different things. And she says her response to that was, and her response to that was so dope because she didn't try to play like the character, because the character's name is Niecy. She didn't try to play like the character was beneath her and she was just acting, right? Because that's typically what we do. Yeah, you know, you play a villain or you play somebody that's not the ideal person or the ideal characteristic, and you try to shield yourself from it. You try to do your best to separate that is my art and me as an artist, I'm just not that type thing, right? She didn't play Niecy's character. She simply said they're both a work in progress. Let me tell you, that is gold. That is gold. A work in progress. So you didn't disassociate yourself or remove yourself from this character that you are playing, but she found a way. Now, I don't think that she does or has done nearly the things, you know, that Niecy has done on the show. I don't think she's disrespectful, none of that. But she pulled wisdom from the character, right? And she made it, it's like they became one. I like that. I love that. It gave us an opportunity as her fans. It gave us an opportunity as people who share in, cause Raven Goodwin is no longer just a person. Now it's this world of Raven Goodwin because she's continuously put out good work, good art, good stuff for us to, you know, consume, right? It shared with us, you know, different parts of who she is, which is an amazing person. And I love it. I love her. I honor her artistry. At this present moment, she is engaged and she's also expecting, which is very exciting. And I'm just so proud of her. And if she ever sees this video, if you ever see this video, Raven Goodwin, I just want to say thank you. As a young black girl from Inglewood, Chicago, you were able to influence me to keep going. So not only did you help me start off and start on my career and not be ashamed to be a darker skinned black girl with rough hair. This ain't my hair. But underneath the tracks is, you know, it's rough. But not only did you encourage me, but you showed us how to do it. And you stayed true to yourself. I thank you for that. I thank you for that. You're one of the black women that have given me permission to be myself unapologetically. You have paved ways and you have trailblazed in ways that we don't see and we don't know the hardship of being a black woman, a thicker black woman in Hollywood. And for that, I just thank you. Thank you for enduring all that you have. Thank you for enduring all of the criticism, not only from people that don't look like you, but from people that do look like you. Jealous people, people that don't necessarily understand who you are, how you are, and why you are. I thank you for keep going. She was the younger Jasmine on Fat Girls. And some people wouldn't even do, I know people wouldn't do roles like that because they don't want to be associated with that. I thank you. I honor you. I love you. And I'll go as far as to say I cannot wait to meet you and possibly work with you. Oh, she's in the Clark Sisters. The Clark Sisters have a movie that's coming out. She's in that. She was in Glee. Like, this girl's catalog is great. Like, intense. And I'll say this. I feel like she needs and deserves her own TV show. Her own. Where she's the main person. But everything that she has done, she has added to the project. She has added to the project. You cannot say, even in her playing a part like Niecy, that's out there or whatever, Niecy, she was just a younger person finding their way, just like everybody else is in this world, just like I am in this world. But even as playing Niecy, from Niecy to Annie, to Tangi, to Ivy, she has added to those casts. She has showed up and showed out. And for that, I thank you. So, I just want to recognize her. This Melanin Monday is for Raven Goodwin. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing, supporting, sharing everything that you do from now on. We speak blessings over you and your new marriage and your baby. I'm not particularly sure what the gender is right now, but stay safe, stay healthy, and continue to be that representation for us because we need it. We need it. Ooh, gorgeous and flawless. We need it. So thank you. I love you, Raven Goodwin. Can't wait to meet you.